What do you mean by development? What do you mean by development? Yes, development. Yes, Gunasiri. Devaratna, what do you mean by development? No, Abekon mentioned that, yes.
Focus.
Focus
future planning.
Focus future planning. No. Now I asked from Gunasiri, Abekon, whether you have learned something. He told, yes, I have learned. So then I asked, how do you know that you have learned? He told there is an improvement, development. So what do you mean by development? Yes? Subhakaran? What do you mean by development? I should ask this question again from Abeko. Abeko, what do you mean by development? Your development?
Initially, I have some standards. After learning something, the standard is going up, sir.
That means what? That means what? Still, only one word is important. What is that?
So growth.
Growth means what? Growth means what? Improvement means what? Yes, improvement means what?
It is the development.
Development means what? What do you mean by development? Very simple question I'm asking. Yes, sir, Sridhar. What do you mean by development? Anyone can help me? Ranasinger? Yes, Gunasiri?
Go ahead, little by little.
Yes, little by little.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Growth. Growth means what?
Growth.
Still, I want one word. What is that? Growth means what?
Progress.
Progress means what?
Advancement.
Advance means what? Change. That's the word. You have learned means you have changed. You have changed now. So learning means change. You have learned means I have changed. There, right? In my behavior, there is a change. Now that's change due to learning. So it can be negative or positive. It can be negative or positive. Right? Now, I suppose this way. Do you smoke?
No, sir.
No. That means no change. No change. No change. Chanaka, do you smoke?
No, sir.
No. Harsha, do you smoke?
I smoke, sir, but 1st of January onwards, I have quit. No, sir.
Then you have learned there is a change. Right? It's a change. That's due to learning. Now it can be sometimes some people say negative learning. Where I sell a cigarette then cigarette bono. Somehow make a negative learning. Naraka patta again. Cigarette bono again. So anyway, so change can be two-way, positive way and negative way. So progress means positive way. positive change in positive way. That is due to your learning. That's a result of learning. Secret born again. Learning. I think now clear, right? So development involves learning that goes beyond today's job, right? So employee development means now employee means you are employed. You are employed. So your career development we call basically your personal development. So employee are responsible for their career. So you have what do you call job, right? So progress in your job, that's we call career development. So that is how to coach employees. So to get some kind of development, you must learn. You must learn your job, right? To perform your job better. Then there will be a improvement. As an improvement, you may get promotion. So that's your career development. Now that is one way of employee development. Now definition of employee development. Employee development is concerned with preparing employees so that they can move with the organization as it develops, changes and grows. The approaches to employee development is meant to help employees perform effectively in their current or future job. So that means somebody should help employee to develop, right? So basically the organization has a responsibility to help their employees to improve their job, right? So successful employee development requires balance between an individual's career needs and goals. So you have your goals and organization also have some goals. So if there is a match between these two, then there can be a development, employee development, right? So for that purpose, the employee should add something to what they have now. දැනට තියෙන ඒවට ටිකක් එකතු කරගන්න. එතකොට තමයි එයාගේ development එකක් තියෙන්නේ. For an organization to succeed, it needs to focus on the skills and knowledge of valued people who can give organization competitive, sustainable, competitive advantage. What do you mean by that? Can anyone explain the first sentence here? Anyone? First sentence? Can anyone explain that? Suryavardhana? Kumari? Yes, anyone? Nayani? Can you explain the first?
Yes, sir. through the organizational specialized skills of the personnel in the organization, the company can gain in the way of like producing their goods or services in a better way or more cheaply than its rivalries.
Again, tell me again.
Through the organizational people who do have the specialized knowledge and skills, so the organization could gain in a way that they could produce goods or services in a better way or more cheaply than its rivalries. I mean the other organizations in the competitive organizations.
Yes, yes. Now organization expect something from you. Right. My employee should have this kind of skills. My employee should have this kind of knowledge. Now, if they have the expected knowledge and skills, then organization can achieve their goals and objectives. Right? So therefore, organizations should ensure that my employees have required skills, knowledge, and attitude. If they don't have, then organization have a responsibility to improve them, to improve their skill, to develop their skills, knowledge, and attitude. So that's called development. So that's the development, right? So employee development is defined to improve skills, knowledge, and attitude of people to make change. So therefore, either you, right, you as employee, you can take some action to improve yourself, your knowledge, your skills, your attitude. Or organization should take some action to improve your skills, knowledge, and attitude. Clear? Clear?
Clear, sir.
Right. So, so what are the approaches you can help to develop employees? One is formal education. One is formal education. For an example, now you all are following this master's program. If I ask this way, Seniviratna, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Now you follow this course on your own or your organization sponsor you?
Organization sponsors.
Now see, formal education. To get formal education, your organization help. That's the development. Now that means organization help to develop their people through what? Helping to get formal education. Then assessment. Assessment means what? That also approach to employee development. What do you mean by assessment? Yes, how organization can help. Now, or in other way, how assessment become an employee development part? Yes. Kumari, Subhakaran, Priyadarshini.
Sir,
Yes.
assessment is evaluation. Evaluation.
Yes. How it become a part of employee development? Yes, Subhakaran.
Sir, performance evaluation.
Yes, you are right. Now you should know whether my performance is good or bad. or have I reached to the expected level of my organization? Right? Then only you can take some action. So therefore, assessment, right? There is a need of assessment of your performance, your skills, your attitude, right? So now when you assess your performance, suppose your performance is lower than what your organization expects, then you should know that something lacking, either your skill, you don't have skill, or your knowledge is low, or your attitudes are wrong. So therefore, you have to improve. You have to take some action. Job experience. So that also another way, right? Approach to employee development. Now, if you have more and more experience, right, you can perform well. You can perform well. So therefore, organization has a responsibility to give more and more experience to your employee, right? Then benchmark. So you must have some standard. You can say, I say, now these are international standards. If you can reach up to this level, right, you can perform better. You can go anywhere in the world and do this job. So there should be a benchmark. Then interpersonal relations. That's another approach, improving interpersonal relationship. So that also one approach to develop employee. Then, as mentioned earlier, performance appraisal and various kind of tests, personality test, and various things you can conduct and help first employee to develop. Any questions on this slide?
Sir, assessment and benchmark.
Yeah.
uh,
Assessment
ass-
means now if
Can it be a benchmark is also assessment? And why?
no.
How do you
Benchmark,
differentiate it?
assessment means that who asked this question?
Sir Chanaka.
Chanaka. Now, if I ask this way, do you know whether you have required skills? Now, your organization expect some kind of level of skill from you. Do you know that you have that skills or not? Chanaka?
Yes,
You know,
I know. Based
how
on
do you,
that,
how do you know
am,
that?
sir, from the evaluations,
That's the assessment.
assessment, but the assessment is based on the required standard of the organization. It can be a benchmark for that particular organization, and based on that, this assessment is carried out. I'm
Yes.
asking, sir, that, so
Yeah. Now,
that's-
establishing benchmark. Now, some organization do just performance evaluation without any benchmark, right? But if you can establish or introduce benchmark, that is better. Now, sometimes you can evaluate performance without benchmark. You can have just we want that. No, that is not the benchmark. That is what you need. But if you look at the industry, then you can find the benchmark.
NVQ level
Industry,
2,
what is
3,
the level?
likewise.
Right? Right, Chanaka?
Yes, understood.
Right. So now these are the approaches to employee development. So formal education can be now organization can organize some formal program, or you can send them to any other organization. Now, like this one, now you are following the IHRA program. So that is not organization prepared program, but somebody else prepared. Now you participate for that to get additional skills and knowledge. So that's one way. So on-site or off-site. On-site means within the organization, yes, you can have some programs, or you can send people to follow these programs, right? Then assessment. Assessment involves collecting information and providing feedback to employees about their behavior, communication style or skills, or etc. For that purpose, there are so organization can introduce various kind of tests, assessment center, benchmark, performance appraisal, 360 feedback. So like now these are tools. These are the tools you can use for assessment purpose. So various kind of tests are there, right? Various kind of tests are there. So you use this assessment for what? To identify employees with managerial potential. Now one is to promotion purpose. Can we promote this person to the next level? For that purpose, the organization should assess the employee present situation. That is for the promotion purpose. Measure current manager's strengths and weaknesses, right? So can you, whether you want to improve them. So for that purpose, you have to measure. Identify managers with potential to move into higher level execution position. Now, sometime, for an example, if you take myself. Now, earlier, I was in town planning area. But suddenly, my organization told me, I said, you are good for training purpose. So therefore, I will promote you as a training manager. So I changed my career from town planning to training. Now, because of what? Identify managers' potential to move higher level. So they assess my work and told that, you are better for training rather than the planning. So you can perform better. So therefore, they promote me as a manager training. Right? Then personality assessment test. So there are a lot of, now if your personality is not strong enough, the organization can help do some personality test and say that actually these are the areas you should improve. So that's the way assessment can help person to improve, right? Right. Can you take pen and paper with you? Pen and paper. Get ready for some test. I will show you how can you test. Right? Right. Ready? Are you ready for that? Right. Can you see this slide? Can you see this?
Yes.
Yes, right. Take a pen and paper. Answer these questions, right? Now, every statement there are two answers, A and B. So you have to select only one, right? So now suppose statement number one. So you can mention, right, for number one, my selection may be A. Some people may select B, right? Okay, clear, right? Right. First one, I will read first one. Now circle the response that comes closest to how you usually feel or act. First one, are you more careful about A, people's feeling, B, people's right, people's feeling, A, B, people's right. Number two, do you usually get on better with? Do you usually get on better with A, better with imaginative people, B, with realistic people? Do you usually get on better A, with imaginative people, B, with realistic people? 3. Which of these two is the higher complement? Which of these two is the higher complement? A, he is a person of real feeling. He is a person of real feeling. B, he is consistently reasonable. He is consistently reasonable. Right? Number 4, in doing something with many other people, does it appeal more to you? A, to do it in the accepted way. B, to invent a way of your own. To invent a way of your own. Number 5, do you get more annoyed at A, at fancy theories, B, at people who don't like theories? Number 6, it is higher praise to call someone A person of vision, a person of common sense. It is higher praise to call, if we say you, it is higher praise to call you A person of vision, B, a person of common sense. Number 7, do you more often let A, your heart to rule your head, your heart to rule your head, B, your head to rule your heart, Your head to rule your heart. Number 8. Do you think it is a worse fault? A. To show too much warmth. To show too much warmth. B. To be unsympathetic. To be unsympathetic. 9. If you are a teacher, should you rather teach A. Courses involving theory, B. Fact courses, right? After that, there are 2 words, right? Out of these 2 words, you have to select one. Which word in each of the following pairs appeal to you more? Number 10, A. Compassion, B. Foresight. Number 11, A. Justice, B. Mercy. Number 12, A. Production, B. Design. 13, A. Gentle, B. Firm, 14, A. Uncritical, B. Critical. Number 15, A. Literal, B. Figurative. Number 16, A. Imaginative, B. Matter of fact. I think you all are finished. Now what you have to do, draw a 4-column chart like this. 4-column chart. I will read the numbers. So you have to draw a 4-column chart. Right. Numbers are this way. First column, numbers, 2B, 4A, 5A, 6B, 9B, 12A, 15A, 16B. Column 2, 2A, 4B, 5B, 6A, 9A, 12B, 15B, 16A. Third column, 1B, 3B, 7B, 8A, 10B, 11A, 13B, 14B. Last column, 1A, 3A, 7A, 8B, 10A, 11B, 13A, 14A. Right. Now what you have to do, you get 1 mark for your answer. You get 1 mark for your answer. For an example, for the first statement, if your answer is 1A, then you have to enter 1 mark. In the last column, there's called 1A. 1A. Right. Within that column, within that case, you have to enter 1 mark. If your answer is 1B, then you have to enter 1 mark third column where the 1B is mentioned. So likewise, you have to enter your marks in this chart. Clear? Clear? Any question you want to ask?
Sir, can
Ah,
please repeat the instructions?
yes, yes. Now, if your answer is, now example 1A, for the statement, if you have selected A as the answer, then you have to enter 1 mark in the last column. In this chart, last column, there is a case called 1A. So put 1 mark here. If your answer is 1B, then you enter 1 mark. In the third column, there is one called 1B. 1B. There you have to enter 1 mark. So likewise, you have to enter your marks in the relevant page. Clear? Clear? Right, enter your marks now. Right. Now, if you have entered now, total under each column. Under first column, what is your total marks? Under second column, what is your total marks? Likewise, you get the total. I think you are finished. Finished or not? Right. Now we are going to name each column, right? First column we name as column S. Column S. Column B we name as column I. Third column we name as T column. Last column is F column. S, I, T, F. Right. Now, can anyone guess what we are going to test, assess? Can anyone guess what we are going to assess? Yes? Avekon, can you guess?
Personal characteristics.
Yes, we are going
when
to
you judge. Yeah.
Yes, we are going to assess your personality characteristics. Right. Now this is the instruction, right? Now, if your I column total, I column is second column, right? Second column total is, if your I column total is equal to S column means the first column, right? Then if your I column total is equal to S column or greater than S column total, you are belong to I. You are belong to I. I think clear. Then if your T column total is equal to F column total or more than F column total, you are T. Otherwise, you are F. Clear, no? Right. Now there can be 4 types of people here. There can be 4 types of personalities. Right. SI, ST, SI, ST, SF, then IT, IF. So these are 4 categories. Now, raise your hand, right? People who are belong to ST category. ST category, raise your hand. Raise your hand. ST, show me in the chat box you have the hand, correct hand, raise your hand. Right, 1, Kumar is ST. Others, only Kumari. Others?
Sir, can you please explain it again?
Right, now your I column total, if your I column total is equal to S column total or more than S column total, you are I. Otherwise, you are S. If your T column total equal to F column total or more than F column total, you are T. Otherwise, you are F. Right?
Right, sir.
Right. Now raise your hand. The people who belong to ST. ST category. Taranga, Kumari, Pereira. Only 3. Only 3 belong to ST. Okay. Now take your hand out. Now take your hand out. Right. Now raise the hand. People who are belong to SF. SF. Chetani, Nayani, Subhakaran. Only 3. Huh? Selviratna. Right. Nanakkar also SF. Right. Now take your hand out. Now raise hand people who belong to IT. IT category. IT. IT category. No one. IT. IT. No one. No one. IT. IT. No one. Then IF. IF. No one. It can't be no. So there are 25 people. I think others are not here physically. Bhagya is SF. Bhagya IF. Right. Bhagya IF. Others, only 1. So that means for this class, only 11 people are participating. Subhashin is SF. Others are just marked they are present. Abekon, am I right? Abekon, am I right?
No, sir. No, you are not right, sir. You are not right. We are participating, but sir, we cannot understand that one.
Why?
Sir, can you explain it in Sinhala? The marking scheme.
Marking scheme. Then can you name it? That's marks දාලා තියෙන්නේ.
ඔව් sir.
Marks දාලා තියෙන්නේ. හරි. ඔයාගේ දැන් I column එකේ total එක තියෙනවනේ. ඒ total එක S column කියලා කියන්නේ first column එක. S column එකේ total එකට සමාන නම් ඒත් ඔයා I. ඒකට වඩා වැඩි නම් ඒත් ඔයා I. හරිනේ? දැන් පැහැදිලිද? ඊළඟට T column එකේ එකතුව F column එකේ එකතුවට සමාන නම් හෝ ඊට වඩා වැඩි නම් ඔයා T නැත්නම් ඔයා F. දැන් අපි මෙහෙම කියමු. S column එකේ එකතුව 10යි කියන්නකො. S column එකේ එකතුව 10යි. අපි කියමුකෝ I column එකේ එකතුව 12යි කියන්නකො. එහෙනම් ඔයා දැන් මොකක්ද? ඔයා වටින පහටද දැන්? දැන් කියන්නකො.
I
ආ?
I.
දැන්
I.
I එකට. මොකද ඔයා හරි. දැන් අපි කොහොම මෙහෙම ගමුකෝ. T එක ගමු. T එකේ එකතුව අපි කියමු 12යි කියලා. F එකේ එකතුව 12යි. දැන් ඔයා වටින්නේ මොකටද?
T එකද sir?
ආ?
T sir.
දැන් වටින්නේ T එකට. එතකොට T එකට සමාන නම් හෝ ඊට වඩා වැඩි නම් ඔයා T. otherwise you are F. දැන් හරියද? දැන් හරි. එහෙනම් දැන් අත උස්සන්නකෝ බලන්න. ST කට්ටිය කවුද දැන් අත උස්සන්න බලන්න. ST කට්ටිය ආය අත උස්සන්න බලන්න. 1 2යි 3යි 4යි 5යි 6යි 6 දෙනා 7 දෙනා. දැන් ටිකක් වැඩි වෙලා 7 දෙනා. හරි. දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ අත ගන්න කොහකට 7 දෙනෙක් ඉන්නේ. දැන් SF කට්ටිය අත උස්සන්න බලන්න. SF කට්ටිය 1යි 2යි 3යි 4යි 5යි. SF කට්ටිය 5යි. වැඩියෙන් ඉන්නේ ST කට්ටිය. right. දැන් ඔයගොල්ලෝ අත උස්සන් අත ගන්නකො පැත්තකට. දැන් බලමු IT කට්ටිය කවුද කියලා. IT 1 2 3යි 4යි 5යි. IT 4යි 3යි. IF කට්ටිය අත උස්සන් දැන් ඔය කට්ටිය අත ගන්නකො බලන්න. IF කට්ටිය අත උස්සන් බලන්න. එකයි. IF Bhagya IF others only one IF. Right. Now you can see you are belong to which type. දැන් ඕක support එකක්. otherwise දැන් ඕගොල්ලෝ දැනගෙන හිටියේ නෑ ඕගොල්ලෝ වැටෙන්නේ මොකටද කියලා. දැන් මම ඕනේ help එකක් කරලා. I help you to identify you are belong to which category. දැන් මම දන්න ඕගොල්ලෝ අහන ප්‍රශ්න මොකක්ද කියලා. මොකක්ද අහන ප්‍රශ්නේ දැන්? අබේකෝ. දැන් මම අහන ප්‍රශ්න මොකක්ද ඔයගොල්ලෝ?
What do you mean by this? ST, IT?
What do you mean by ST, SF, IT, IFK? හරි. දැන් S කියන්නේ S stand for sensation. S stand for sensation. I stand for intuitive. I stand for intuitive. T stand for thinking. F stand for feeling. So sensation thinking person, sensation feeling person. Intuitive thinking person, intuitive feeling person. So that is the 4 types of personalities. Right? Right. So sensation people prefer routine work, order, and emphasize well-defined detail in gathering information. You always prefer to do things in a systematic way. In generally, that's the thing, right? You prefer routine work. You prefer order. Everything you want order. Emphasize well-defined details in gathering information. Intuitive people, they want big picture. They want big picture. They like to solve problem in a new way. They like to solve problem in new way. Intuitive people. Feeling people, they are more oriented toward conformity. Right? They don't want to fight with people, argue with people. They want to conformity. And they are very emotional people. Thinking people, they use reasons. They always argue, logical thinking, argue, and intellectual to deal with problems. They are not. They are very rational, logical people. They argue based on logic. So that's the 4 types. So if you are ST, you are very decisive, dependable, applied thinker. Therefore, good job for you is accounting, production, programming, engineering. If you are an IT person, you are very creative, progressive, perceptive thinker. Therefore, ideal job for you, system designing, analyzing, law, management. If you are a SF person, you are very pragmatic, analytical, methodical. Therefore, ideal job for you, supervision, counseling, HR, teaching. If you are an IF person, you are charismatic, participatory, people-oriented. Therefore, good job for you is public relations, advertising, sales, politics, and customer service. Right, now I help you to identify whether you are in the right job. Whether you are in the right job. Now this is one test, right? Now I help you to take a decision. I say, I am this kind of person, right? For me, this is the type of best job. So am I in the right job or wrong job? Are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Are you in the right job? Are you in the right job? Can't
Yes,
say.
sir. Yes, sir.
Chamara, are you in the right job?
Yes, sir. I think so.
Chetani, are you in the right job?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Then then you can expect some kind of progress because you are in the right job, right? Right. Now we'll go back to our slides. So I show you how you can help people. How you can help people, or you yourself can do this one. If you go to internet, if you can go to internet, you can take this test, online test, right? And they will give you results. They will give you results. You are belong to which category. So right. Right. Now there's a sample assessment test. I show you how can you do that and what kind of decision you can take. So even organization can do that for you. Now that's why some organizations, they have assessment centers. You call assessment center in that organization. So they do all these tests for you, then help you to identify whether you are in the right track or not. Any question you want to ask? Any questions? No. Right. Then benchmark. A benchmark means instrument designed to measure important factors in being a successful manager. Items that are measured include dealing with subordinate, acquiring resources, and creating product, work, climate, and various things. So it is some kind of measurement. Benchmark is a measurement. You can have a Asian benchmark. You can have an international benchmark. You can have your industry benchmark, or you can have your own organization specific benchmark, right? Then performance appraisal, another method. Now this is very common. Many organizations do this one, performance appraisal, and the 360-degree feedback system. So that also another method of helping people to take some decision about their first employee development. Then feedback system. Now 360 feedback means you get feedback from different people, from your boss, from your subordinate, from your peers, from your customers. Then you can get very fair assessment. Now sometimes some bosses do some favors to their subordinates. Now you can avoid these if you can have a 360-degree feedback system. Clear? Any questions? No. Then job experience. To be successful in their job, employee must stretch their skills. So they must be forced to earn new skills, right? So therefore, you must get different skills. Now, for that purpose, organization can give them transfer to different departments, right? You can work for some period in finance department. Then you can work some period in HR department. Then you can get different experiences. හැබැයි ඉතින් අපේ රටේ එහෙම කරන්න බෑ. ඇයි එහෙම බැරි? අපේ රටේ එහෙම ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර් කරන්න බෑ. ඇයි එහෙම? බැරි. ඈ? අබේ කොන්? ඇයි එහෙම ලංකාවේ බැරි එහෙම ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර් කරන්න?
There's no clear policy and there's no clear policy and it is being intervened by political and a lot of people.
Yes, one thing is that. Other thing is now in paper advertisement, assistant managing accounts department. We are going to recruit. Right. Then your argument is I have been recruited for accounting. Why should I do HR work? I think අපි ඒකට දැම්මම උඩ රණ්ඩු වෙනවා. මාව ගත්තේ මේ ෆයිනෑන්ස් එකට. මම මොකටද HR එකට යන්නේ මොකටද? ඔන්න ප්‍රශ්න. චානක එහෙම නේද? ඉතින් මොන අපේ රටේ එහෙම ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා. එක්ස්පීරියන්ස් දුන්නට ගන්නෙ නැහැ. ඒක හිතන්නේ වැරදි පැත්තට. Right? So people should get experience. Right? So job experience, there are local experience, foreign experience, working in different departments. So there are different types of experience, right? Job rotation, right? So rotating jobs. That means 6 months in finance department, 6 months in HR department, 6 months in marketing department. So you can get a lot of experience. Or you can transfer to some other branch, right? So that's the difference. Now, we are working in head office and working in a branch is two different experience, right? Although you are working in the same department, but working in the accounts department in head office and working in accounts department in branch, two different, right? Not same. Right. Then transfer. As I told you, transfer is another method. It can be transferred to various places or some other departments. So that also a method of giving employees some kind of experience. So that's purpose is for development, to develop my employee. So I right, I try to give them opportunities to get more experience. That is good for their development. Then interpersonal relations. Now, as I told you, now in Sri Lanka, the big problem is relationship. We have technically qualified people, technically very good people, but they don't know how to work with people. This is the big problem. That's why sometimes you can't get promotion because you get a lot of complaints about your relationship. Therefore, sometimes you won't get promotion. Right? So therefore, you need some mentoring to improve your relationship. So mentoring is the pairing of an experience or skill of senior employee to develop and improve less experienced employees. That's we call mentoring. So you have been attached to senior person. So you have to work with him, under him, with his guidance. That's we call mentoring. Right? Clear? Then we call coaching. Coaching is about to develop a person's skills and knowledge as a manager, help the employee to motivate and give feedback. A coach who may or who may not be a company employee help client achieve specific immediate goals as defined by the organization. Now that's the difference between coach and mentor. Coach and mentor. Even if you take cricket, we invite foreign people as a coach. But mentor you can appoint a senior player as a mentor. So you have to follow him, learn from him. Clear the difference between coaching and mentoring? Any questions? No questions. Huh? These are the difference between mentoring and coaching. Mentoring is oriented around relations. Coaching is oriented about task. Mentoring development driven. Coaching is performance driven. So likewise, there are similarities and differences, right, between mentoring and coaching. So last time I asked this as a question. What do you mean by why people want coaching and mentoring? And what is the difference between these two? So that I asked as a question last time. Right. Clear now? No issue. Right. Now I am going to ask a tricky question from you. What do you mean by job? What do you mean by a job? Yes? A job? Chamara, what do you mean by job? Abekon, what do you mean by job?
So that is a paid position of employment,
Paid position.
of regular employment.
Now you relate to pay. Now job is not related to pay. Now job is principal activity in your life that you do to earn money. Anything. It can be a salary or even if you do a business, that is your job. So job is not always paid, right? But your main activity, that we call a job. Then career. So what is the difference between job and career? Anyone? What is the difference between job and the career? Yes. Difference between job and a career. Suryavardhana?
Sir, job is a post of employment, and career is a profession and progressions.
Career.
Career is a
Now, what is your career? Chanakya, what is your career?
be a military officer, qualified military officer.
No, that is not a career. That is a place. That is a place you where work. That is not career. Career is different. Anyone? Career?
It's the profession.
Profession. Example?
So, HR personnel.
Yes, HR career. Now you have selected human resource as your career. Now in HR there are a lot of jobs. HR manager, counselor. So there are jobs within the career. There are so many jobs. So your career it may be accountant, accounting career, right? But within that there are a lot of jobs. Accounts clerk, auditor. Now, auditor also belong to somewhat accounting line, right? So career is sequence of persons' work-related activities and behaviors and associated attitudes, values, aspirations over the span of one's life, right? Or we call sequence of a person's life and work experience over time. For an example, if you want, you can change your career. Now suppose you can join forces, right? Forces, you can join into forces as a normal soldier. Then you go up and you can become a commander. Now that is your career progress. That's your career progress. So you join as a normal soldier and you ended up with command. So that's why we call life and career. Normally it's related with your age, right? With your age, life. So sequence of person's life and work experiences over time. So that's what we call the career. Right? So traditionally career means sequence of position held within occupation. One occupation, the number of position you held. That's we call the career. context of mobility is within an organization, right? So all these we call the traditional career. But we call protein career, something called protein career. Frequently changing based on changes in the person and changes in the work environment. For an example, now, as I told you, I started my career as a teacher, as a normal teacher. Then I changed my career to researcher, completely different career. Not related to teaching. It is research field. I joined some organization as a researcher. So research is not teaching, completely different career. Then after some time, I again changed my career as a planner, town planner. This is completely different. So teacher, researcher, town plan. Now you can see, now different field, not same field. So throughout my life, so I have worked in 3 careers. Then finally I changed my career to university lecturer. University lecturer. But it is not town planning. It is a university lecturer. Right? So one person can have different careers during his life. Some person, one career throughout his life. Clear? Clear? Right. Right. Then what is career ladder? What is career ladder? Career ladder means sequence of posts from the junior to most senior. So that's the career ladder in the same career. So during your career life, you can be in the same position throughout the life, or you can be in a different position. So that's we call career ladder. Right? Then career path. These are different terms, right? Career path. A planned logical progression of jobs within one or more professions throughout working life. So career path. Career path, as I told you, planning, accountancy career, in a path, but you call law as my path, planning as a path. There are some similarities, right? So path means logical progression of jobs within one or more professions throughout working life. The way in which your career develops. So that's what we call the career path. Career path. This is my career path. Right? The development depends on variety of factors like your personal capabilities, skills, experience, opportunities, and various life. So now you can see there are 3 important words: job, career, career ladder, career path. Right? Any questions? Any questions? Then we come to career stages. Can anyone guess what are the career stages? What do you mean by career stages? Yes?
Time to time achievement, sir.
No. Now, first career stage means the exploration stage. Now that means when your age is 18. Now suppose just after your A level or O level or right your education, you try to find a job. That's the first stage. We call exploration stage. You try to find a job, establish, right? Whether you don't know what you should do, right? Then you try to find. You go here and there, right? Do various things and try to establish. Now that's we call exploration stage. Exploration stage. This is the stage where an individual builds expectation about his career. Some of them are realistic and some are not. But the fact is that this could be a result of the individual ambition. So you sometimes you follow some courses, you do some internship, you go here and there. So during that period, you are not very, you don't have a clear idea what you are going to do. But you gradually develop your goals and objectives. This is the thing I can do. Therefore, I should get into this career line, right? So likewise, you start think. So that's we call exploration stage. Then establishment stage. Sometimes it may be your first job. Sometimes it may be your first job. Sometimes it may be your second or third job. Now during this exploration period, people won't retain in one job. Somehow, සුමානයක් ඉන්න ජොබ් එක මාරු කරනවා තව එකකට යනවා ඒ පැන ඉන්නවා ඒ හරියනකම් තනක් හොය ඉන්නවා. That's we call exploration stage. Now establishment stage is not like that. This could be stage where the individual get his first job. Then තව මොකද්ද මේ කාලේ වෙන්න පුළුවන්? Establishment period එකේ තව මොකක්ද වෙන්න පුළුවන්? දැන් මොකක් කට්ටිය ජොබ් මාරු කර ඉන්නවා. හැබැයි ඊට පස්සේ හිතන දැන් නම් එහෙම කරන්න බෑ. දැන් මං වක්කල ජොබ් එකක පර්මනන්ට් වෙන්න ෆික්ස් වෙන්න ඕන කියලා. එහෙම හිතන්නේ කොයි වගේ වෙලාවකද? Yes. Yes. Now this we call life and career planning. So normally people start to establish when?
With the marriage?
Yes, you are right. දැන් මේ වෙනකොට ඔන්න ගෙදරින් කියන ඔය බඳපන් කියලා කතා දෙනවා. එතකොට ඊට පස්සේ කසාදයක් බඳින්න නම් ජොබ් එකක් තියෙනවා. ඔය හිමේ පැනපැනදලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. Now you think I should establish. Right? So this could be the stage where the individual get his first job, get accepted by peers, learn in this job, and also gain the first tangible evidence of success or failure. මේක තමයි first job එකේ ගොඩක් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා. ඉතින් මේ සමහරව කතාද බඳින්න දැන් මේ period එකේ පොඩ්ඩක් කල් දානවා. මම මේ first job එක පටන් ගත්තද පොඩ්ඩක් ඉන්න. මේ job එක පොඩ්ඩක් permanent වෙනකන් ඉන්න. Sometimes this can be your temporary period. Right? Then third stage, we call mid-career stage. Mid-career stage. The individual's performance level either continue to improve all levels or even deteriorates. Now it can be both ways. There can be improvement or decline in mid-career stage. And they can't career එක change කරන්න. Career එක change කරන්න පුළුවන් මේ කාලේ තමයි. Right? So mid-career stages. Then late career stage. This is regarded as a pleasant phase where one is allowed to relax and play the role of an elderly statesman in the organization. basically when you are about to get retirement. That means after 50. Now, in normally we call යන්තම් ඉසකේ පැහෙන කාලේ තියෙන. කීයද සාමාන්‍ය ඉසකේ පැහෙන්නේ කොයි කාලෙද? වයස කීයද? අබේකෝ
40 to 45.
40 to 45. එතෙක් ඉඳලා retirement period එක අපි කියන්නේ late career. Late career. ඒ කාලවල ඒකට job එකකින් යන්න ලෑස්ති වෙන කාලේ තමයි late career. Now these are different stages, right? These are different stages. Final decline period, the stage where the individual is heading toward retirement. ඊට පස්සේ අපි සමහරව retire වෙලා job කරනවා. සමහරව retire වෙලා ගෙදරට වෙලා ඉන්නවා. ඉතින් ඒක තමයි what decline period. So there are basically 5 stages. Exploration stage, establishment stage, mid-career stage, late career stage, and decline stage. So this so normal relate with your age, right? Now this is the way, if you can say the age and the development. Entry, early career means 25, sometimes 20 to 30, early career. Then you get full membership at mid-career from that period to 45. So late career start from 40s to 50 or 55. Then your retirement period and your retirement. So now this is the way. Now this is called the your career life. This is your career life, right? Now during this period, you may do one job, or you may one area, or you may do different jobs in different careers. So many things can be happen during this period, right? So that's we call the employee development. This we call employee development and employee career development. Right. Now, can you explain these two charts, anyone? There are two charts. Can you explain this chart? Two charts? Yes? Can anyone explain these two charts? Yes, yes. Harsha?
The first one, it has a progression, sir.
Yes.
Go up to the ladder with the career.
Yes.
Second one, plateau is there. After some extent, he can perform at when he reach that level, he cannot go up, sir.
So that means he has faced some problem. That's why no progress. This is the time you have to think about your eyes. What has happened? Stagnation, no development, something wrong. So you have to think about, right? So you have to think about it. When you have a plateau, you have to think about. But if you have this kind of progress, right, no need, like you can smoothly go up. But if you are like this, then something wrong in somewhere. So we have to think about it. Right, problem related to career. Misfit. So as I told you, you have sometimes it may be misfit. අර ගෙදර ඉඳ බැරි නිසා ජොබ් එකක් කරනවා නිසා සමහර විට you are not in the right job. Right job according to your background, your skills. Right? So that there can be misfit. The misfit එකක් තියෙනකොට progression when there is a misfit or mismatch. Therefore, you have to always match your qualification, your skills, with your job and see whether I am in a right job, whether I am in a right job or not. So if you can't, right, because of this misfit, there can be some problem, no progression, no improvement, right? So with the person and intrapersonal problem, sometimes you can't take a decision. That may be another reason. ඔන්න ඕර්දයක් වෙච්චාව කියලා සමහරු එහෙම නිකම්ම ඉන්නේ. එහෙම හිටියම no progress. So you have to take some decision. Right? So that's we call intrapersonal problem. You can't take a decision. සමහරු ඉන්නේ එහෙමනේ. හම්බුන නිසා ජොබ් එක කරන්නේ. එහෙම නැත්නම් මේ ජොබ් එකක් හොයාගෙන එහෙම යන්නේ නැහැ. හම්බුන නිසා මොකක් කරගෙන ඔහේ ඉන්නවා. ඒක we call intrapersonal issue. Then between person and job. So if there is a misfit, so there is a problem between person and the job. Sometimes a job is okay, but there can be problem between you and the organization, right? Person with the other person, or person with the organization. සමහරු කියනවානේ දැන් බැංකුව තමයි බැංකුවේ වැඩ කරන්නේ හැබැයි මට කැමති මේ බැංකුවේ නෙමෙයි අන්න අර බැංකුවේ වැඩ කරන්නේ මේ බැංකුව හරියන්නේ. Then you have a problem with the person and the organization, right? So then there won't be a development because you have there is a mismatch between you and your organization. Or sometimes person and environment. Person and environment. සමහර අයට සමහර පළාත්වල ජොබ් කරන්න බෑ. එයාට ඒක physically health wise and otherwise there are so many other things he can't work in some environment. Therefore environment can be a problem for some people. Therefore there may be a career related problem. Clear? Any issues? Everything clear? Abekon, everything clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. So factors that affect your career choice. Right. Now, therefore, you have to very carefully select your job, career, and organization. Very carefully. Right? So, all these things depend on your personality. All these things depend on your personality. That is one fact. Second fact is your value system, your ambitions, your drive, your experiences, your qualifications, your motivation, your financial situation, your health, your social situation, then your drives, your strengths and weaknesses, your skills, your self-awareness, your vision for the future, your perception, right? So these are some factors affect on your career development, your development in your employment. These are some factors, right? So then problem related to career progress, take things personally. Then make හරියට ලංකාවේ තියෙනවා. ගොඩක් අයට දියුණු වෙන්න බැරි හරියට රණ්ඩු වෙනවා. හැම එකක්ම personal. You take personal. Now suppose your boss gave some advice. Now he advised you. I say your work is not your work is very bad. quality of your work is very bad. දැන් එහෙම කොහොම අපි මොකද කරන්නේ ගොඩක් වෙලා අබේකෝ අපි මොකද එහෙම අපි බලන්න එහෙම කිව්වම අපි මොකද කරන්නේ වෙලාවට
We are demoralizing, sir.
one thing is demoralizing other thing is
We are planning to leave, sir.
planning to live අර කියපු එක්කනට මේකට මොන බනිනවා මොකද අපි you take personally you take that personally එහෙම කරලා you create some issues with your boss right ඉතින් ඒ වගේ issues තියෙනවා don't take anything personally if you want to develop in your job don't take anything personally ගන්නත් ගණන් ගන්න don't take personally be negative that's another problem always be positive don't be negative don't follow through especially when you promise right if you promise something do it right listen to the informal network too much that's a problem don't listen to informal අපි කේලම් ගන්නවා කියන්නේ අපේ වැඩේම එක එක්කෙනාගේ කේලම් ගන්න ඒක තමයි අපේ වැඩේ ඒව කරන්න එපා ඒව ඔයාලා ජොබ් එකට හොඳ නැහැ it is not good for your job don't do periodic development plan yourself don't do periodic development plan for you that means you must update your plans don't keep only one plan right time to time depending on your skills depending on the country depending on the other situation you have to change your career plan don't depend on one plan so let your network shine now if you don't have friends if you don't have a network finish so if you want to develop improve your career you must improve your relationship you must improve your network right but if you don't do those things there can be career issues focus on getting credential instead of getting experience දැන් සමහරව වැඩ කරන්නේ පේන්න වැඩ කරනවා එහෙම නෙමෙයි you must do honest work right not to get appreciation or anything don't align your value with the organization complaints about others මේ අනිත් අය ගැන complain කරන්න යන්න එපා තමන්ගේ වැඩ තමන් බලාගන්න අනිත් අයට complain කරගෙන ඉන්න යන්න එපා use immature defense mechanism you don't know your own limitation now these are some problems you have now you think about out of these things what are the things you have Abekon, what are the things you have when you go through this list tell me honestly
Taking things personally.
Taking things personally.
Yeah.
Kamara, what are the bad things you have based on this list? Tell me. That's good for you. Chanaka? Chetani, what are your weaknesses based on this? Gunasiri, yes, Chetani?
Taking things personally.
You also, your weakness is taking this person. That's your weakness. Now that may be problem for your job, right? Career. So now try to improve this one. Others, Gunasiri, what is your problem area?
Sensitive, very sensitive.
You are very sensitive.
Yeah. Yes.
That's a problem. Harsha, what is your problem?
So do not have periodical development plans for myself.
So you must have some plans time to time. Now, likewise, now you have to think about what is my weakness. So you have to do something. Remember, your career development is your responsibility. You are responsible for your career development, not others. Right? Now your organization also responsible, but remember, basically you are responsible for your development. So you should know what are my weaknesses and take some action to correct it. Sometimes you don't know what are your weaknesses. That's the problem. No, everybody has some weaknesses. So you have to identify your weaknesses, right? Anything, now this is we call employee development. Anything you want to ask based on this employee development? Yes? No questions? Right. Then we go to our same topic, next set of slides. Same topic, right? Employee and career development, next topic. Right. Can you see these slides? Can you see these slides?
Yes, sir.
Right. Now that is the heading of the set of slides, career development. Now employee development, now career development is part of your employee development, right? Now as an employee, there should be some kind of development. Then career development is part of your employee development, right? Right. So career management, first term is career management. Now, career management means process for enabling employees to better understand and develop their career skills and interests, and to use their skills and interests more effectively. So that's we call the process. Process. It is a process. Career management is a process. Enabling employees to better understand and develop their career skills and interests, and to use the skills and interests more effectively. So that's we call now some people don't have career management. For an example, you have good skill, but you have not understood that. Therefore, you are misusing. You are misusing your skills. So that means no proper career management. So you must have a good career management. Then only you can say, then only you can see some improvements in your career. Right? දැන් මෙහෙම කතාවක් තියෙනවා. මම මට ඇහිලා නැහැ. කෙනෙක් කියලා මට ඇහිලා තියෙනවා. Now who is HR Jyothipal? Who is HR Jyothipal? Yes. Who is HR Jyotipala?
He is a singer. He was a
He's
singer.
a very, very popular singer. හැබැයි එයාට ප්‍රශ්නයක් තිබ්බා. එයා ඉස්සර දැනගෙන හිටියේ නෑ. එයාට සින්දු කියන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. මට මේ කෙනෙක් කියපු කතාවක්. එයා හිතන් හිටියේ එයාට සින්දු කියන්න බෑ කියලා. එයාට සින්දු කියන්න බෑ. එයා කරේ මේ තියටර් එක නිකන් එහෙම මේ ඔය පොඩි ජොබ් පොඩි ඔඩ් ජොබ් තමයි කර හිටියේ. හැබැයි දවසක් මෙයා මේ සින්දුවක් යනකොට උරුලම් අපි අර කියන උරුලම් ගන්නවා. විසිල් කරනකොට එතනින් ගියා මියුසිෂියන්. එයාට මේක ඇහිලා එයා මෙයාගේ මොන දිහා බලලා ඔයාට සින්දු කියන්න බැරිද කියලා අහනවා. ඔයාට සින්දු කියන්න බැරිද කියලා. අයියෝ බෑසර් කිව්වා. නෑ ඔයාට පුළුවන් හොඳට සින්දු කියන්න. අනේ පිස්සුද මට බෑ කිව්වා. But this musician has identified this person as he has a potential. So දවසක් මේ එයා සින්දුවක් රෙකෝඩ් කරනකොට මේකේ one person is missing in the chorus. Chorus එකේ එක්කෙනෙක් අඩුයි. ඒ පාර මෙයා කෝ අන්න අතන ඉන්න අර කොල්ලෙක් ඌ එක්කන් එන්නේ කියලා. ඒ කියන්නේ ජෝතිපාල එක්කගෙන ඉන්න මේක කියන්නේ. ඉතින් ජෝතිපාල කිව්වා. එදා තමයි ජෝතිපාල දැනගත්ත සින්දු කියන්න පුළුවන්. Right. Now, based on that, what you can say? Based on that small story, what you can say? ඒකේ මොකක්ද ඔයගොල්ලන්ට ඉගෙන ගන්න තියෙන්නේ? The experience. Yes?
Believe yourself.
Uh-huh.
Believe yourself. That
The first
there's
thing
no-
is you should know what
Your
you can
capabilities.
do, what are the skills you have. දැන් බලන්න සින්දු කියන්න පුළුවන්කම තියාගෙන. ඒක අරේ අඳුනගත්තේ නැත්නම් HR ජෝතිපාල කෙනෙක් නෑ. බයි එයා අඳුනගන්න හදන HR ජෝතිපාල කෙනෙක් අපට හම්බුනේ. So therefore your whole life can be changed. Whole life can be changed. Right? Because of this very small little thing. So therefore, better understanding. You must have good understanding about your skill. What you can do. What I can't do. Right? So then, right, I can do this. How can I improve this one? So likewise, you must have some kind of plan and various things. That's we call career management. So career development is an organized approach used to match employees' goals with the business need of the organization in support of workforce development initiatives. So career development means your goal should match with the organizational goal. Then organization also will get benefit. You also can get benefit. If there is a mismatch between your goals and organizational goals, there won't be a career development. Right? So therefore, always you must have a better understanding about what are my organizational goals, what they expect from me. Then you assess whether I have those things, whether can I do those things. Then you have to take a decision. Otherwise, there won't be a career development. So basics of career management, career planning. So first thing is the career plan. So you must have a career plan. So that's the first step. Right? The deliberate process through which someone becomes aware of personal skills, interests, knowledge, motivations, and other characteristics, and establish action plan to attain specific goals. So there are two things: willingness and ability. Willingness and ability. Now, what do you mean by this? Willingness and ability? How can you match these two with your career development? Willingness and ability. Yes? Anyone? Willingness and ability. Yes, yes. Himali?
So willingness is your interest, whether you like it or not to do that. And ability is your skill, your potential. So sometimes there might be cases where you are willing to do something, but you don't have the ability. Sometimes there could be ability, but you are not willing to take it.
Very good, very good. Now, that's the thing, basic things. So you must match this one. Willingness and ability. You must match. Sometimes you have willingness to become accountant. But to become accountant, you must have skills in accounting. Now, without that, you can't do no. Without that, you can't get into that field. So therefore, there should be match between your willingness and your ability, right? So you must plan, right? You must plan a process through which someone become aware of personal skills. So what are my skills? What are the skills I have? So that's the first step. මොනවද පුළුවන්? මට මොනවද පුළුවන්? If I ask very clearly, Abekon, what are your skills? Abekon, what are your skills? Chamara, what are your skills? Yes.
The management skill.
Management skill. The management skill is a very broad one. So you have to identify very clearly. Management is very broad. Now, the first thing you must know, what are the skills? Now, management skill is a different skill. Now, what are the basic skills? Himali, what are the basic skills?
So verbal skills, communication skills.
Yes. So yeah. Communication skills. What else?
Interpersonal skills.
Interpersonal skills.
Creativity.
Creativity. So likewise, there are so many skills. So now management skill is a very common one. So you should know what are the skills you have. I have this thing. Now, for an example, if you have a more numerical skill, then you can become accountant because you have more numerical skill. Numerical skill, right? That means you are a right brain man. If you're a right brain man, you can become an accountant. If you're a left brain man, no, you can't become an accountant because that skill is not there. So likewise, you have to think about what are the skills you have. Then only you can plan. I have this skill. Therefore, I can now. If you have one skill, now there are so many jobs, right? Remember, so many jobs. Then you have a communication skill. You are a very good communicator. So what are the jobs you have? What are the jobs you have? Abekon? එකක් දෙකක් කියන්න බලන්න. චානක එකක් දෙකක් කියන්න බලන්න. Communication skills තියෙනවා නම් all kind of jobs. Himalaya?
So, sales, marketing,
Sales, marketing, what else?
telephone operators,
Telephone operator,
receptionist.
receptionist. You can join SLBC, announcer. So now likewise, there are so many jobs. Only thing is you should know whether then you can think about, I say there are so many opportunities. Now the main important thing is get some understanding about available skills. That's a starting point. Then you can plan your life career, right? So become aware of personal skills, interest, knowledge, motivation, and other characteristics. Then you can have your plan. So career development is an organized approach used to match employees' goals and business needs. So you have to match, right? I have these skills. Then which organization want my skills? Then you have to match. Then you can find. Otherwise, you can interview you won't be selected, right? The purpose of career development is enhance each employee's current job performance, enable individuals to take advantages of future job opportunities. So therefore, you have to think about your career development. So career development there are two things. First thing is the present job, development in present job, and development in future job. So objective of career planning is to improve organization ability to utilize employees' talent. Now that is the organization side. From the organization side, now organization should help. Now OD, now under HRD. Now if you have HRD program, so your objective should be to improve the organization's ability to utilize employees' talent. Second one, to reduce labor turnover. Third one, to urge employees to take great responsibility for their own career. Then to meet the immediate and future human resource needs. So these are the objectives of HRD department regarding career development, right? Now, career development have both sides. The benefit for employees. Now, if you have a career development program, what is the benefit for employees? Improve overall quality of their life. Motivate to improve skills. Improve satisfaction. Motivate to establish definite career goals. The makers mama kiyasare aham prashna. Last time I asked a question based on this one. So what are the benefits? Benefits can get employees as well as organizations from career development program. So that's one of the questions, right? So what are the career development tools? Tools are career planning, career management, career counseling, information service, assessment programs. So now these are some career development tools: career planning, career management tool, career counseling, information service, organizational assessment program. Training and financial assessment. Information under what you call career planning. Under that, You can do training and financial assistance, career counseling, information service, provide some information, skill inventory, resource center, assessment program, psychological test, forecasting, succession planning, then development programs. So mentoring. So these are some tools that organizations use for the employee career development. Clear or any questions? Clear or any questions? Now there are a lot of tools, right? Lot of things can be done by organization for employee career development. Any questions? Himali, any questions?
No, sir.
Subhakaran, clear? Naini, clear?
Yes, sir.
Right. Then based on these two, right, if you want to have a career plan, so what is the first thing you have to do? First thing is you have to do self-assessment about you. What is my present position? What are the skills I have? What are the knowledge and attitudes? What is my now my attitude pattern? Whether I have negative attitudes or positive attitudes. So you must have some kind of understanding. For that purpose, you must do assessment. It can be by you or somebody else can help you to get that idea. So that's people assessment. Then identify the gap. So what do you mean by gap identification? What do you mean by gap identification? Yes. When you prepare career plans, what do you mean by gap identification?
There are some areas to improve, sir. We need to identify those areas.
So what is the gap? How do you identify the gaps?
So it could be the situation or the qualification or whatever the thing that you have at the moment, present thing, and to achieve something, the length or the amount that you have to go there, that is the gap. The expected level and the real level, the gap between that.
Yes, expected means not from your side, expected from other side. What is the industry expect from you? What is your organization expect from you? What is the level of skills? What is the industry level of skills required? So that is now expected thing is not from you, from others. Then you have your assessment. This is my present level. Right. Then you can identify the gap. This is what they want. This is what I have. So there is a gap. There is a gap. So identify the gap. Then you must have a plan to fill the gap. To fill the gap. You must your career plan means that. So you must have a plan to fill this gap. Right? Fill this gap. So then your action. Then plan, then you have to implement your plan. Otherwise, it won't be a good plan. Then, right, right. From this, there are three things. Your occupational choice, whether you are going to be an accountant, whether you are going to be a planner, whether you are going to be a sports person. I don't know. So which your occupational choice. Then organizational choice also you have to plan. Right. Which organization I prefer to work. Right? So organizational choice. Then your choice of your job. Now within your career, there are so many jobs. So as I told you, Now, if you have communication skills, whether you want to become an announcer, whether you want to become an advertiser, whether you want to be a marketing person, I don't know. So whether you want to have be a HR man because I don't know. So you have to think about. There's a range. If you have one skill, now within now with that skill, you can select various number of jobs. So you have to select. Now that's called occupational choice of your job. What is my job? Whether I want to be now if you know IT, so what is your job? Right? Data collector, data analyzer, right? Then so there are various things. So likewise, there are a lot of things we have to plan. So that's we call career planning, right? So roles in career development, right? Then individual as a like you employee, right? Then as individual you have roles. What are the roles? Accept responsibility for your own career. Because if you have a plan, if you develop, so that is your development. No, but right? So that is my development. So therefore, accept responsibility for your own career. Then assess your interests, skills, and values. Seek out career information and resources. Establish goals and career plan. Utilize development opportunities. Talk with your manager and other people about your career. Follow through on realistic career plan. So these are the roles should be played by an individual for his career development. Any questions? දැන් අපේ තියෙන්නේ මොකද්ද මේක? අබේකෝන් අපේ මෙහෙම එකක් තියෙනවද? අපේ මොකක්ද තියෙන්නේ? ශ්‍රී ලංකන් most of ශ්‍රී ලංකන් අපේ මොකද්ද තියෙන්නේ? Yes, do we have this kind of things? This kind of role or not? Himali, do we have this kind of things or not?
Sir, there is, but the thing is that in a very less manner, it's not seen in most of the occupations or careers.
Yes, I asked with this because normally in Sri Lankans, we depend on organization. ඒගොල්ලෝ දුන්නන්නේ promotion. The promotion දෙනවද නැද්ද? Himali, promotion දෙනවද නැද්ද?
දෙනවා සර් නමුත් ඒ දෙන එක සම්බන්ධයෙන් කමියුනිකේට් කරගන්නත් ඕනේ. ඒ කියන්නේ හරියට
නෑ Himali, promotion දෙනවද නැද්ද?
නෑ sir.
නැත්තම්?
We have to earn it.
You have to earn. අපි කියන්නේ එහෙමද promotion දුන්නේ නැහැ. අපි කියන්නේ එහෙමනේ. ඒක සම්පූර්ණ වරදි. That means we don't take responsibility. ඒක මගේ responsibility එකක්. You have to earn your promotion. Don't depend on organization. They won't give you. අපේ ලංකාවේ තියෙන ඒකයි. දුන්නේ නැහැ promotion. අරයට දුන්න මෙයාට දුන්න මට දුන්නේ නැහැ. දැන් ලංකාවේ තියෙන මේකේ මහා නෙගටිව් එක. අපේ ලංකාවේ මිනිස්සු හදලා තියෙන්නේ එහෙම. ඒගොල්ලෝ දෙන්න ඕනේ. ඒක මගේ වැඩක් නෙමෙයි. මගේ ජොබ් එකේ ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් එක මගේ නෙමෙයි. අනුන්ගේ ජොබ් එක. ඒක අනුන් කරන්න ඕනේ. This is very bad. Right? So from the beginning, even we must train our young people. You must take the responsibility about your career development. Don't depend on others. Right? So likewise, that's the way you have to develop people. Abekon, am I right or wrong?
You are right, sir.
So that's my responsibility, right? So I should assess whether I have a gap. Then that if there is a gap, you must fill the gap. Then after giving then simply then after your back බලනකොට හැමදාම ඉංග්‍රීසි ඕනේ. එහෙනම් ඉතින් මම ඉංග්‍රීසි ටික හදා ගන්න ඕනේ යන්න ඉස්සෙල්ලා. ඉතින් හදාගත්තේ නැත්නම් මට ජොබ් එකක් හම්බ වෙන්නේ නැහැ නේ. So you have to take actions on your own. Your employees? Do you prepare career development plan for your employees?
Yes, sir, we do. Through the ladder.
Right, good, very good, man. Others, any other person who are in HR field, anyone else? Can you share your experience with others? Anyone in HR field? Anyone? Sakuni, where are you? You are in HR field or not? Sarda, Ranveera, are you in HR field? Taranga? Prasadi, Bhagya? Organization has some to call that person should match his personal goal with the organizational goal. Without knowing that he can't do it. So therefore communicate vision, mission, policies and procedure to employee. Each and every employee you should communicate that. Then provide training and development opportunities. අපේ රටේ තියෙන training යන එක කට්ටිය. ඔක්කොටම යවන්නේ නැහැ. එක කට්ටියක් තමයි යන්නේ හැමදාම training යන ඒගොල්ලෝ. අනිත් අයට chance එකක් දෙන්න. So you must provide training and you must have a good plan to give opportunities for everybody. Provide training and development opportunities. Provide career information and career programs. Offer a variety of career options. So these are the responsibilities of an organization regarding employee career development. Any questions?
So my question with regard to the previous slide, it is role of manager.
Yeah.
There you have it is mentioned that assessment,
Yeah.
development assessment. Is there any time bar for that one, or are we going to do quarterly, or is there any
Now normally
HR?
immediate boss can do big both. Now you have a performance appraisal system.
Yes.
Therefore, through your performance appraisal, you can clearly mention what is his level. Second thing is now as an immediate manager, normally you have a better technical skills other than the employee. So therefore, you can guide him. You can assess and say, I say your standard is very low, right? So you have to improve it. So that's a personal assessment.
That
Even
means,
in professional assessment also you can.
that's mean the performance appraisal we are going to do at once a year, something like.
Test no, the annual test. But in that school, before the term test, every week they give for each and every student, this is your level, this is your standard. Every week they give some kind of assessment. In that school, particular school, I think our board ගන්න. මේ week එකේ වාට රතු පාන. ඒ කියන්නේ you are very bad. Yellow, you are very good. Then green, right? So likewise, they do some assessment. So you can, as a manager, you can introduce. So that is your role. Chanaka?
Sir, thank you very much, sir. The other question is pertaining to the promotion.
Yeah.
The discussion was going like that you have to earn it something for the promotion, not the organization part. But when it's come to the forces, though you done the best, but you cannot earn promotion because since it is for the senior rank, it is based on the vacancies. So it is, you cannot earn it.
Yes.
You cannot turn it, but the vacancy, if the vacancy is there, then you have the chance to promote. So
yes,
it is
now
different.
Vacancy and chance is too different. Now, if you have been identified, that's first thing. Now, sometimes vacancy won't be there, but they have identified you are good for, ideal for promoted. That's the first thing. Now, vacancy තියෙන එක වෙනම එකක්. හැබැයි ඉස්සෙල්ලා organization identify කරන්න. You are
yes, and same time there's a stagnation also.
Oh yes.
So identification can be done for the respectively 4 to 5 years time, but you will not get promoted till the vacancy is come.
ඕගොල්ලෝ decide කරන්න ඕනේ whether you are going to retain here or not. And එතකොට තමයි සමහරු job එක change කරන. Organization එක change කරන.
Yes, sir.
Because you are waiting. Now that is organization have told you you have all these qualities. We have identified your vertical promotion, but no vacancies. ඒකත් ගොඩක් කල් බලන් ඉන්න බෑ සමහරවිට. එහෙම බෑකොට ජොබ් ප්ලේස් එක මාරු කරන්න. ඒක තමයි ඔප්ෂන් එක. Nayani, you
Yes,
want to
sir.
ask something?
No, actually, sir, this is with reference to the recent discussion. So, does it call like this, sir? Like, I think in relating to plateau, I have heard that there's an organizational plateau and the personal plateau.
Yes.
So, I think in the promotion side, we have to just think like we are not plateauing through personally, but we are capable of going through the ladder. So that's how we think of a promotion. But the discussion that raised by Chanaka, I think it's related to organizational plateau. Because
Yes.
the organization has plateaued the promotion, but not the person, I guess.
Yeah, you are right, man. Very good explanation. So that means there is no organizational development, expansion. Now harder depend on the expansion. If there is no organization, there is no Expansion, then no card. Then you have to wait. So that is not your problem. That is organization that too as Naini mentioned. Very good, Naini. Good expert. Good support. Now 5:32. Do you want to stop at this point?
Yes, sir.
Right. Okay. Any other questions? Any more questions you want to ask?
No, sir.
No. Then thank you very much. Remember, wait. 1 minute. Now, assignment is this. Right? Assignment is now, I have some problem with my computer, therefore I couldn't upload that. So assignment is, you have groups now. Now your group has to done a practical one, right? That you must select. First thing is select one organization. Select one organization. And you have to study that particular organization HRD program. What they have. Do they have some program? So what is the quality of this program? You have to study. Then, so you have to collect some information from employee side, from employer side, right? From managers. So you have to collect information and evaluate whether these programs are success or not. Then you can suggest what, right, you must improve in this way, this side. So these are the weaknesses, you have to improve this side, something like that. Okay? Yeah.
Number
Yes,
of
sir.
word count is how much, sir? What should be the flow?
Number of
Number of
pages.
pages.
Normally, because you have other works also, no? 10 to 15 pages, okay. 10 to
Sometimes
15.
do you require a literature review or something like that?
Literature also little bit, because otherwise there is no what you call. So you must have a what you call literature background, no? Right now. So what is the area you are going to study under HRD? Is training or it's mentoring? So I don't know. So therefore, or you are going to study whole programs. So then you must have some kind of literature about that area.
That
So
means
I will upload the
research type one.
Research
type format.
Yes, that is a somewhat, yes, research.
Right.
Because you have to collect information, you have to identify the problems they have in related to HRD and study, and you can suggest.
Right, sir. Thank you.
Okay?
Sir,
Thank
one
you, sir.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah, sir, so this is basically open to the total scope of the HRD, right, sir? Not limiting to one area of the HRD, but
HRD.
yes.
Within that, you can select
Okay.
one area.
That can be individual development things
Yeah.
or group
Oh,
development,
yeah.
personal development, whatever, right? sir?
Yeah, because you have
Okay.
OD. Now we are going to discuss. Organizational development also come under HR, right?
Okay, sir.
So there are so many things you can select and do the work.
Right. Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
clear?
Clear, sir.
Right.
Yes, sir.
So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.